Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is the Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games in a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you like what you see, remember to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Pro Cycling Manager 2017. I'm in week 24 of competition. I'm in my second season, racing at the Pro Continental level with a World Tour team, which is Wanty Group Gobert. And this is something new that I've never seen before, and I didn't even know they had this. So this is the Hammer Series. It's a Pro Continental level race, and it is 3 stages, and it is 3 team time trial stages. All 3 stages. So you look at the first stage here. It's pretty lengthy, 75 Ks team time trial. Second one is 102K flat team time trial. Third one's a bit shorter at a 50K, but again, a team time trial. So what you bring is going to have a huge impact on the race finish. Unfortunately, I don't have a strong team here. We could have brought 8 riders. We're only bringing 6 on the day. And you could see from the team time trial, Pardini is the only one who's going to give me much help or support. And we've got a pretty weak team coming to this team time trial today, coming to this event. My fitness is getting close to that ready point for the USA Championships coming up. Both the race and the time trial. I'll be competing in both. But at 88%, I've still got a ways to go to hitting that fitness peak. Luckily, Pardini is looking pretty strong today. And so is Golaerts. He's at least a 65. But with only 6 riders, we're going to struggle in this team time trial event. And I'm going to be doing a lot of the work myself to help the team out. So now, team time trial, that's tough to say. It's like a tongue twister. The Triple T team time trial is one event that I have not performed well on in this game. The time trial, I tend to do pretty well, and I finish near the front. I've won many, many times when I wasn't a favorite. When I have been a favorite, I've done quite well. And in regular stage races, I'm not a regular winner, but I do fairly well. I finish near the front. Even on those sprints where I'm not a sprinter, I can still manage to pull a lot of top 10s or top 15s. But team time trial is one where my team tends to be near the back. And now I have a team that's not good and tends to be, I would expect to be near the back. So when you throw those 2 factors together, what I'm looking for on this 3-stage event is to work on my craft. Find a way to be better at it. They're long, so I have time to kind of figure it out. A lot of those team time trials tend to be prologue style, where it's flat out, and it takes that moment before I figure that out and get that sorted out, and then it's too late. A lot of the time I don't know it's coming when it's a team time trial because I forget to notice that extra icon that separates a regular time trial from a team time trial. This time, I caught it. I'm ready. See, there's a double icon here that sets it up as a team time trial instead of a regular time trial. So, it is what it is. So we'll see how we do. See, we're not even on the top 10 list here. And there's only, 3 other World Tour teams? Lotto NL Jumbo, Lotto Sudal, who's actually Pro Continental, I think. Right through the house. Oh, cameraman, you're just crushing their house. There you go. Okay. Oh, and that looks kind of awkward the way it's a regular. Ooh, here we go. All right, so we are starting off, and I am first off the line, so I'm leading us off, which means I really need to step it up. I want to take long stints, and I'm definitely going to go, let's see if 80 is enough. Pulling the group out of here. This is a long one, so we can't go too far. Okay, there's my first run. Stenuit peels off almost immediately. And Pardini's going to... So Pardini and I are probably the ones that are going to lead this thing out here. Yeah, see, the next guy peeled off again almost immediately. So we've got, what, 5 time checks. So they're not going to really start mattering until we get to 3, 4, and 5 towards the end. Okay, so my second stint is going to be coming up pretty soon, and the guys look a little fatigued actually at the moment, meaning we might be going too hard. So I should back off a little bit. I'm doing okay, but look at my support and the distance that we have, so probably need to back off some and or up my time leading this thing and pulling these guys along, because I'm doing just fine at the moment, and everybody else is looking pretty weak. Venz is doing okay. How's Pardini? See, Pardini's a little weak. Stenuit's really weak right now. Andy's a -4 on the day. I'm assuming we need 5 guys to cross the line. Okay, so first time check coming up. That's going to be a good indicator. There we go. First time check, and we are way off the pace. And I thought we were going in too hot, too. So, not looking good. We are over a minute off the pace. Last place so far, 4th out of 4 teams. I'm going to have to do a lot more leading on this thing and pulling these guys along because look how tired everybody is. They're all kind of just hovering on the edge. Me, I've got plenty left in the tank, so... Over time, we'll figure it out. We are still last place and almost a minute off the pace from the next best. We're getting passed by a team right now. This is ugly, see? Okay, I'll set it back up to 80, but I'm going to set myself to do a really good long hard pull because energy-wise, I've got plenty to burn and nobody else does. Venz, Goulart's kind of right on that edge of enough to go the distance, but Stenuit, Pardini, Premont, they're all in trouble. So I'm just going to go max. I'm going to stay in front as long as I can here for a while and let these guys... Oh, and I'm already peeling off the front. Really? Okay. Well, I'm going to keep that maxed out. There's got to be something I could do to help this team. Okay, we're at least not in last place anymore. Baby Dump. Baby Dump is finally last place. Have we passed? No, we haven't passed the second check mark yet. Alright, Venz is doing okay. It's his turn right now, though. We have passed the second checkpoint, so we'll have to see where we're at now. 2:20, so we still lost another minute, but looks like we're gaining on somebody right now. Oh, but I'm losing my guys. They can't keep up with me. Venz is good. Goulart's barely. Premont barely. Pardini and Stenuit are not, though. But maybe with me taking up the load, we can do a little bit better. So on that second time check, we are 3 minutes behind. So we're actually further behind than we were. So we were 15th out of 16 teams at the first checkpoint. And there's teams all over the place in the same place. So it's hard to tell kind of where we're at, how we're doing. Let's see, I'm capable of so much more. But my team is not. And it's a team time trial. So I'm definitely going to stick with maximum workload throughout this thing. Which is the top bar. Medium bar is the intensity. I could go more intense. I clearly have the ability to. But my guys can't keep up with me. I mean, Stenuit's not going to make it to the end of this, for sure. Pardini is the one we've got to get over the line, I think. I don't know if it's 4 or 5 riders for your time check. Baby Dump has pulled ahead of us by about 30 seconds on the second time check, so we're going to probably be last. We're approaching the third time check. See, it's all one little loop, and the teams are all overlapping with each other really bad. I'm going to wait till I get all 16 teams across the line to see where we stand before I move this to the third. We've already done the third checkpoint. You can see we're 4.5 minutes off pace. We lost another 1.5 minutes already. Comes another team passing us by. And again, I'm just fine. I'm good to go. But my team's not hanging in there terribly well. Though they've made up a little bit of energy now. But I still don't have enough guys to get to the end. Stenuit's not going to make it to the end, so he might as well just race his little heart out right now. Go to the front, give it everything he's got, burn off the last of his energy, and then be gone. Okay, so there you go. We are last place. There's 17 teams. Oh, there's 20 teams. There's at least 20. Uh-oh, what the heck happened? We just went to a standstill. I peeled off the front and we went to a standstill. Look at my team. Just like no progress at all. They're all one by one going, I can't do it. I can't do it. Benz is the only one besides myself that's really hanging in there at all. So I'm pretty much pulling the whole team along by myself for the most part, it looks like. So, yeah, still 20th. After that second checkpoint. Third checkpoint, again, still at the back, but kind of gaining some ground on a little bit of the teams at least. Yeah, see, we're passing somebody here. But I peel off and look how much pace we lose. And how quickly it gets right back to me. So I wish I had that option to infinite lead the way. Vens, Golertz, Premont are all good now. It's Pardini we're trying to get back on track, which means I think I can go a little bit more intense here as we hit the fourth checkpoint. 6:43 off the pace. We lost 2 minutes in that section. That's ugly. Still looking back at the third checkpoint as the teams are kind of spread out all over this course. And still in last. We lost a lot of time from that third to fourth checkpoint. Haven't hit the fifth one yet. We got back in within 10 seconds of Leopard. There. Which, actually, we were 10 seconds behind the check before. So we kept the same pace with them there. They still haven't crossed the line here, so there's still potentially one team that we might be able to beat. Alright, I'm going to go up to 82 and try to pull this team along. A few guys have a little more energy now than they did. Okay, I'm leading the way. See, I'm pulling faster up the hill than these other guys are. So this is the only area where we're gaining time. I mean, even Lotto NL Jumbo, I just burst past them. But the moment I do that, my guys lose a bunch of energy. So they can't keep up with me. Downhill, though? Maybe I need to not just keep steady pace. I need to change my pace based on... Oh, Stenuit's gone. Stenuit is gone. So we are down to 5 riders. Alright, so Pardini, Premont, right on the edge. Golertz, Venz, they're doing just fine. Of course, I'm doing just fine. Okay, so checking back in. Chrono 3, we were last place. Leopard, almost 30 seconds ahead. At check 4, still last place, more than a minute behind the next group. Baby Dump pulling even further ahead of us than they were before. So we are not doing well at all. But again, we came with a really, really weak team. Checkpoint 5, even further back, almost 3 minutes off of the next team up right now. But Aqua Project, where are they? 12th down here. When we have a full group, they're 15th. So you're starting to see a lot of individual riders that are being left behind. Again, I only have 6 riders, so that's not helping at all. And in that group, Pardini is about to be lost. If we lose Pardini, I don't know if we're going to get a complete score or not. It doesn't matter at this point, as far back as we are. If we have to take the time of Pardini and he's the last guy, or if we get the time of Premont, whichever it is, or if it's 3 guys, I don't know where they're taking the time. Yeah, Pardini's slipping off. I just lost Pardini, and Premont's on the edge too. So I'm hurting the team at this point. We're almost to the end though. So yeah, Golertz and Venz are the only ones left. This is that final time. We've got just over 1K to go. Golertz is dropping off too. It's just Venz and I. So we lost our team. So the team fell apart here at the end too. So that doesn't help. So we still don't have time. There's... Golertz crossed. Was that... No, see, we still don't have a time. Premont crossed. Premont was the one who brought it, not Pardini. So Premont was 4th across the line. So 4 riders seems to be the count. You got to get 4 guys across to get the time. And we're 10.5 minutes off the pace. So we are in no contention whatsoever. My team is way too weak, even with me doing all the work that I can possibly do. Which I didn't start doing that. So I could do that a little better here in the last 2 stages, now that I know how much stronger I am than the rest of my team. Let's go ahead and speed things along. It's going to take a little while to get everybody done as teams continue to roll through. There's Stenuit just now crossing the line. So quick check on 5. We were still last place by more than a minute. And there we are, the final one. Just the last few riders still crossing the line. Individuals. We are 2.5 minutes off the pace from the next to last place team. Now, doing things differently at the start, max effort myself, all the way through, would make very little difference. Oh, no, see, there's 5 guys on the time. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys on the time. 5 guys on the time. Looks like it's 5. First 5 to cross the line, which makes it so hard when we only have 6 riders. We don't have anybody to burn. Yeah, it's 5 guys on everyone. So 5th rider to cross the line is the time that counts. So takes 5 riders. I'll obviously be in my front group every time. Yeah, Pardini was the time. It wasn't Premont. So that's terrible. Here's individual riders that were well off the pace. Last one, timing-wise, was Stenuit. So my own teammate, 21 minutes behind us. So I can only afford to lose 1 rider. Oh man, this is going to be rough. Learning experience, that's what we're here for. That was the longest stage. We're going to head to stage 2 now. That was also the most intense stage with those climbs. Now without the climbs, we'll be a little bit better off? Probably. I didn't have any climbers out there besides myself. That really hurt. Every time I'd hit those climbs, their energy would really drop off. And if I didn't hit the climb, we were going to lose a ton of time. So kind of what do you do? This one's flat, so we can keep it up. The pace a bit more, hopefully. Again, we're not even seeing in the favorites list whatsoever. So, goal for today, see if we can be somewhere other than last, or see if I can get 5 riders across the line together. I'm definitely going to go with max effort for myself. That's clear that I'm far stronger than my teammates. I mean, shoot, their average is a 77. Are you kidding me? I'm the only one that's got a 70 on my team. No wonder there's such a gulf between everybody. 10.5 minutes off the pace. That's ugly. So definitely not going to be scoring any points in this competition. Oh, please tell me we don't have to race through that. Oh, that's going to be ugly. Looks like the track's a little messed up here. We are first up. Alright, and my race day condition not helping things, -1. But not hurting on the time trial or on the flat. Oh yeah, this is going to be ugly. This track is not set up properly. Alright, we're going to go a little faster on this one as it's flat. There's not much excitement happening. We're the first one out on the course, of course, because we are dead last. And there's that awkward, really awkward, and now we're looped back onto the track. Right with another team. And at the moment, at least, holding their pace. I think we can probably go more intense, right? We'll see. Okay, that's too fast. I'm catching these guys, which isn't a bad thing, though. Let's go see that first time check, see how it's looking so far. 46 seconds off the pace, but not crazy far behind like we were before. Venz is okay, Glertz is okay, Pardini's okay, but again, we're kind of hurting, so I think I pulled him a little too hard. Slow things down. Not yet. So we're holding pace a little better here. It's actually kind of nice with it being flat that it's easy to see where you're at compared to everyone else when the teams are all right here together. Alright, so I'm back on the front. I am racing a little harder, a little stronger than these other teams, which is hurting my teammates. So I can't race too hard here. But clearly it's only slightly above what they're all doing. And meanwhile, I'm trying to pull my team along. They're all kind of right on that edge of enough stamina. So we're 15th right now, out of 15, but only 2 seconds behind Sunweb. At the second check, we're out of the bottom. We're above Sybil Siban. So there you go. I'm doing enough to help pull the team along, and other than Stenuit, they're all kind of right on that edge. Okay, we've almost got all the teams now across the first checkpoint. And it's, of course, the teams that are up front that are coming in here at the end, so that time should kind of keep coming down with that reverse order. Here you go. Here's a team passing us up now. The AGO Aqua team going on by. Oh, it's odd when they do this to us, though, graphics-wise. Okay, I haven't been on the front for a while. Ven's on top now. It's his turn. Okay, there you go. First one. We were last place, but only 2 seconds off the pace. 1 minute behind. At the second checkpoint, which we still haven't reached the third, we are out of the cellar. We're not in last. I'm back on the front of the group. You can see I'm just ahead of the pace of these other guys. And pulling my team along without exhausting them too much. So I think 81 is probably a good pace for me. I just wish I could lead a little bit longer, that it would let me stay out there up front. There's another team now, so a third team kind of in the mix. When you throw that in with this ugly mess as we drive through trucks and the crowd, and it's so ugly. Wish I could get that fixed. Alright, third checkpoint. Of course, we were the first one to cross the line, so it shows us as first right now. We're obviously not first. We're a minute and 2 off the pace from whoever just crossed the line behind us. Second across the line, too. So that was the team that was next to last place before. Is that far ahead of us, so not looking good. But there's another one. We pushed ahead of Team Sunweb by quite a bit. They are 2:45 off the pace. So, hey, I'm climbing out of the cellar a little bit. Just a little bit. And you can see we're kind of hanging here with these teams. That AGO team is still only just ahead of us. Only a few seconds have been lost to them. But my team's looking like we might not be able to get... Well, Ven's just did his turn, so he'll recover some before he comes up again. So my 81 might be a little strong for my team. I'm going to back off to an 80 now. save my guys just that little bit of energy. I do need to get 5 riders across. Senuit's not going to make it to the end. He's the one that's going to be gone. But my other guys are recovering a little bit. So I think I might be able to drag 5 guys across, maybe at an 80. I'm helping my team a lot in this one. So with one team left to cross the line, there you go. We are 18th out of 20 now at second checkpoint. Here we are with that third checkpoint. Where do we fit in now? Further ahead of Sybil, so we are gaining some ground on them. But obviously still in the back. 2 minutes, 7 seconds off the pace. And of course that's going to just keep growing as you get further and further up the list. So Sunweb, looks like Sunweb's brought some climbers, but not time trialers. I'm not good on the flat, so this is a weak area for me, but I'm still so much stronger than the rest of my team. Premont, a little concerning, but he should recover some. There you go, he's back in the plus now. Ven's also just below. Premont is now back on the plus side. So I think I might be able to pull the team along at an 80 here. You can see I'm definitely stronger than AGO Aqua. We're gaining on them when I'm on the front. Goulart's looks like he's good to go. Pardini is good to go. So I got 3 riders that are strong enough. Premont and Ven's are right on the edge. And have been for quite a while. So Premont and Ven's are the ones that we're going to need to kind of pull across. Ven's is still in recovery mode. He's right in front of me in line. Premont's on his turn right now, so hopefully Premont peels off pretty soon here. I need Premont to peel off. There you go. Premont peeled off. So I think Premont's going to be good to go. Premont should be okay. There's Sunweb, almost a minute behind us. So there you go. I'm doing well on that. But are we going to be 18th out of 20, or can we climb a little bit higher on the last couple sections? We are through the final checkpoint, and of course sliding backwards. No surprise on that, but we're going to lose Stenuit soon. Premont and Ven's are the ones. Gotta hang on. They might have just one shift left, and hopefully they both peel off early. It's another team sliding by us right now, but that Oct team, AGO, just ahead of us. 22 seconds is the gap to them. 19 teams, there you go. There's the 20 teams, and yes, we are still 18th after the third checkpoint, but pretty good gap that we're putting on a couple of those teams, including Team Sunweb. So here we are, final checkpoint showing now. And that check, there's Goulart's. Goulart's is fine, so it's fine that he's leading. Ven's, don't lead long. Ven's, you got to peel off, dude. There you go. And I go to the front. So Premont and Ven's, I think they're just hanging on. Stenuit's gone now. Stenuit's not with the group anymore. You can see his heart rate's already decreased, so he's just kind of riding to the end on his own. I'm trying to bring us to the end, but I'm not going to get all the way to the end. I will be peeling off, unfortunately. I'd like to lead all the way to the end. 7K to go. I'm the only one strong enough to get us there. Here goes Pardini. He's fine. Premont right on that edge. Goulart's is fine. Ven's is right on the edge. So 5K to go. We're approaching the end. Here's that last checkpoint. Where are we? We're ahead of Sybil, like we were before. We're still behind Baby Dump, 22 seconds behind them. So that seems to be the one that we're kind of racing head-to-head here. And I think we should be ahead of Sunweb, but it looks like we're going to be in 18th place today on this race. But But it also depends on these guys whether they can make it to the end. I'm trying to pull the team over the line. 1.5K to go. Pardini's still there, but it looks like Premont and Venz might have just slipped off. There's the line. And yes, those two did. They fell off just before the end, but there they are, just behind us. So we only lost a few seconds there with those two falling off right at the end, the final 1K to go. Stenuit's still on the track. It's going to be a while before we see him. We've already lost Leopard, minute 42 ahead of us. But there you go. Sunweb, 5:26 back. So we've put lots of time on them on that final checkpoint. So I'll be kind of going back and forth here. I'm going to speed it up a little bit, though, because obviously we haven't won. We did beat Sybil by 30 seconds over them. And there you go, 18th over that last checkpoint still. We got close to AGO Aqua Service there, but I don't think I passed them at the end. So unless they really lose pace at the end or don't finish with their 5 riders, I probably won't get ahead of them. But we'll see if I hold on to 18th for the stage or whether we go up or down, really. I did lose those 2 riders, so we lost a few seconds at the end. There's Sunweb. So I will be 18th or better. Lotto NL Jumbo on top so far. And there we go. We are last, just riders to go. AGO did stay ahead of us, so I stayed in 18th. But 2 minutes better than Team Sunweb, at least. We weren't last. I did pull my team along, at least, to a, I can't say decent finish, but a less than awful finish. Powell's Soutzen, who I've never even heard of, it's a continental team. They got the stage win today. So they definitely came with a team that's built for this. Probably team time trialers. Let's see, how are they? Good on the flat. Okay time trialer. There's a good time trialer. You know, they're not that amazing. I don't know why these guys are so good and my team is so bad. Here's the Lotto NL Jumbo. And that was 6 riders coming across. So maybe it's because they brought 8 riders. Oh no, their 6th one is 23 seconds behind. So time trial 79, 73, 73. Lars Boom. Wow, that's such a better team. Jansen's the only one who's not strong there. But that's 4 really good time trialers and the Lotto NL Jumbo team. There's the next Powell's guys already across. So it was a minute 53 gap to the 3rd best team out there. And meanwhile, here I am way down here pulling my team across. Premont and Venz were only a few seconds behind, so we lost them kind of right at the line. And we got 1 to go. Of course, we're not going to be in contention for that either. Overall, how ugly is it? 135th, 16 minutes 11 seconds back. 1 stage to go. This one's a bit shorter. Time-wise, I'm not sure I'm gonna get all the way through it. I might be having to stop the video before the end. Technically, I'm out of time now, but I want to at least see the start of it. See the inevitable slip to the back of the pack with this really weak. I'm literally the only time trialer we brought to this event, and we only brought 6 riders. So only 1 above the last across the line, and Stenuit's been it each time. Stenuit is really weak compared to the rest of us. So this one's a bit shorter at 50K, and it's perfectly flat once again. Only 2 checkpoints on this one, so we won't get quite as strong of an idea of where we're at than we were over the last couple of stages. But obviously it doesn't matter. We're way at the bottom on this one. That Powell Soutzen team really going for it. They're doing real well. Yeah, Lotto, NL Jumbo, heavy favorites. But Powell Soutzen leading the way. They got a few minute edge over Lotto, NL Jumbo at this point. Guessing is here. Just about the only big name. This should be us. We'll be first up. Or are we? Have we moved out of the cellar? That looks like our jerseys. Yeah, we're still first up. We're still last place. Okay, we should be able to go a little more intense today with the shorter distance. It's half the distance. Oh, here we go with the riding right through a building. Alright, we'll go fast on this one because obviously we're totally out of contention. So Senuit's right behind me. Nobody's passed us just yet. There's a small victory. We got through the first checkpoint without being passed. Set this up for first checkpoint. We're still the first one through. And we're 11 seconds ahead of Sybil Siban at this point. So, decent start there. But the team is a little fatigued beyond the point that they can handle. So I might have to back off. We are still first place through 5 teams. We're only 1 second ahead of Leopard, but look at that. We are much better race going today. I've got a 0 on my race day condition. Golert's is a +1. And my time trial is a little bit stronger, a 73. I got a +1. My flat's a +1 as well. But again, this isn't about me. Now, here goes a stronger team now. We are sliding backwards. We are 4th at this point through the first checkpoint. Second checkpoint, of course, we are first, but we're also just getting started. We're still ahead of Sybil, but Leopard has pulled ahead. But we're definitely having a better day here than we had the previous 2 days. But can I get 5 guys across the line? Not so sure about that. Pardini's okay. Golert's is definitely okay, and then Venz and Premont are close. Sanuit's having a better day here, but I need to back to an 81 just so I can get 5 guys across the line. But here we are, first checkpoint. We are still hanging on to 11th of 15 across the line so far. Second checkpoint, still doing pretty well. 6th of 9 at that point. So we'll be keeping an eye on all of these, but look how much faster these guys are going. Is that Lotto Sudal? I think that's Lotto Sudal who's just bursting past us. Pardini's good, Premont's good, Golert's is good, but that's only 4. That's only 4. We could go stronger, but we don't. Venz is having a bad day. Senuit is having a better day, but still a bad day. We're going to end up with a really bad time. Yeah, there's only 4 riders left. We lost somebody. There goes Premont, too, right at the line. But there's Venz. So we lost a few seconds there. First checkpoint, 16th of 20. That's better. Second checkpoint, we'll see where we're at on that one. We just dropped to 2nd on the team standings. Here's 17 teams. We're ahead of 3 at that point. We are not last on the line, though. 40 seconds off, 20 seconds ahead of Sybil. 19 teams have made it through checkpoint 2. There you go, 20 teams. So we are 17th. We We were 16th there, so we were 1 second ahead of Leopard, and Leopard jumped us by quite a bit, didn't they? Yeah, they moved up to 14th. So 17th there. Baby Dump jumped us here too, so we're going to slide backwards. We're probably going to be 18th again, it looks like. Leopard and Baby Dump were the two teams that we were ahead of at the first checkpoint, and ahead of one of them at the second checkpoint. And there's AGO, the other team that we were close to. So I think we're going to end up being 18th again today. Let's go ahead and speed up to that, and let's see where we finish. Anybody? No. These are all the better teams at this point, so 18th again on the day, but a better showing, definitely a better showing. We were within, we were within 2 minutes. There's Powell Soutson again winning. Oh, I didn't even notice Dimension Data was here. They're not here. There's no Dimension Data. Was this guy on Team Dimension Data? Is this like a special team put together for a special event? I don't know. See, they finished 6th strong. Jens gets a time 2 seconds slower because he's the next guy in line. Roompot got 2nd today. Lotto NL Jumbo lost 40 seconds again. And we had a better day. We definitely had a better day, but we're off pace, 2.5 minutes off the pace. Stenuit, though, only lost 11 seconds this time. And there's Sunweb. Look how far off they were. Surprising. All right, so final standings, 136th place. So 136th place. I pulled my team over as best I could. It was the same 5 guys each time. Stenuit was last on every stage. And only a handful of riders finished below us. So it was ugly. It was very ugly. We were 20th in the final team standings. That first stage really hurt, but we got 18th on the last 2 stages. But I am out of time. That's going to do it. No points earned today, but I've got 2 victories on the season to go with 5 from last year. It's now June, and taking a quick look at the schedule, we are coming up on, there's that Hammer Series. That's what we just raced. I've got 2 more races. One 5-stager and a classic, and that's the first continental race that I'm gonna have had all season, I believe, and then national championships. So I've got 1 or 2 more episodes before we hit the national championships. Maybe just 1. It'll depend on how this race is going. We'll see. It's prologue, sprint, cobbles, slight hills, and cobbles at the end. So there's not going to be much to see on that one. So it's probably going to just be a single episode that we'll jump into. And then this one I've got a chance at, except for, no, I don't. It's totally flat. So I don't even know why I'm signed up for that. And then, so 1 episode, and then we'll see the national championships 2 episodes from now. But that does it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer, and remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe, and tune in next time on my road to the record.